course, we've been paying a great deal of attention to is Ukraine. And it has been such an unsettling time, but there are an awful lot of people who are watching Ukraine and realizing that there is a need there for some help. And a group of Canadian medical professionals are in Ukraine this week to look at medical training, treatment, and technologies. And part of that team, St. Catherine's own Krystina, who is, of course, at U of T these days to become a healthcare professional, and, of course, has been in Ukraine a number of times and has talked to us about the issues there. And she joins us from Kiev again this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, boy, what a good line we have this time.
I'm glad.
So what takes you and the medical team to Kiev?
So when I was here with the delegation under Minister John Baird, we realized that there's still a great need for medical help, and for those who were injured during the Euromaidan protests. So under the Ukrainian-Canadian Congress and the Canada-Ukraine Foundation, together we decided to do this needs assessment and determine how we as Canadians can best help the people here.
It's funny because somebody mentioned to me yesterday when we were talking about setting up this interview, they thought, well, Ukraine, you don't think of Ukraine as being in need of medical help because you would have thought that the medical situation in a country like Ukraine would be fairly up to date. Is that or is that not the case?
Unfortunately, it's not the case. They do have some private clinics here that are very advanced, but it's not accessible to the majority of the population, unfortunately. Many patients went to places like Germany and Austria and Israel and Czech Republic, and many went to Poland for medical care after all the violence here.
Yeah, I mean, has the violence played a part in medical attention not being able to get to the average person?
I think it's shed light on the fact that there's definitely big gaps in the healthcare system here that need to be addressed. And there are still people here, especially in the sphere of prosthetics and rehabilitation, as many people lost arms and legs and eyes, that they definitely need help with, and that's what we are hoping to do.
Have you seen a difference in the attitude, the morale, the general mood of the people since the last time you were there, Krystina?
Absolutely. It's now Kiev's a city of mourning still. Over 100 people died here in the streets, and the city still feels it. And not just that, they're also bracing themselves in case the country is invaded by Russia.
How much of that really does worry people? Did they feel that is still a distinct possibility?
Yes, they do. They don't believe anything that comes from Russia and from Putin. And they're also very upset that part of their country is annexed, and nobody's doing anything about it right now.
Are they battening down? Are they trying to leave? What's your sense?
No, I don't think so. I think that they are prepared to protect their country, and they want a free Ukraine with democracy that they can live and be prosperous here. They don't want to go anywhere else. They want to be able to live productive lives in the country that they love.
When you talk to people, Krystina, what's the attitude toward what the West has done or not done in answer to all of this?
Well, I can tell you that every person that I've talked to thinks that Canada has taken a strong leadership role. The fact that Prime Minister Harper was the first G7 leader to come and visit Kiev really brought a lot of raised the morale of the people here, and the fact that Minister Baird has been here 3 times since November. They're really touched by the level of support that Canada has given.
So what are you going to be doing over the next couple of days?
So the doctors arrive on Friday. I'm sort of meeting with the Ministry of Health here in advance, meeting with NGOs that we're cooperating with, meeting with the Embassy of Canada as they also are providing support for this mission.
How is the government set up? I mean, things seemed a little bit crazy there for a little while. I mean, it's been a very young government. How are things set up as you're talking to them?
Well, we're meeting with the acting minister and his team, and they're doing, as much as they can. They have been put into very significant roles and big shoes to fill, and they're doing everything they can, and they're very excited to have cooperation from Canada.
Krystina, thank you so much, and we'll stay in touch, and hopefully we'll talk to you again very soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Krystina Waller is, of course, from St. Catharines, and she is a member of the Ukrainian Congress of Canada. She's also a student at U of T, becoming a medical professional, which is the job that takes her there at the moment. She talked to us this morning live from Kiev. All right, time for